I have said for a good while that the balance of power when you want to trade in a car or you want to sell a used car you have, that the balance of power has shifted to you as a consumer because of your ability to get price quotes on selling a car rather than the traditional way of trading one in and never figuring out what you're actually getting for your trade-in because of all the financial jujitsu they do with the dealer with what you're paying for the new vehicle you're getting, what you're getting for the trade-in. By the time it's all done, you could be ripped off thousands of dollars. So that's why I became so excited about the sell your car thing that was pioneered by CarMax. And CarMax has been a game changer for people buying a car without doing all the dirty dealing and the games and the grind and all that. The price, you know what the price is going to be, all of that. That's why CarMax keeps growing and growing and growing market share in the used vehicle market. And then they've got this company that came like a flash, had a lot of problems, now seems to have righted itself, Carvana, which does online what CarMax does principally in person. And so I have recommended for a number of years that when you're looking to get a new-to-you vehicle, either new or used, that instead of just going to the dealer and saying, what you going to give me for my trade-in? What you do instead is you get a price from CarMax and Carvana on that vehicle, and you then have a marker that if you do decide to trade in, you got that. Or if you're just trying to get rid of a vehicle, you get what should be a pretty good value for your used vehicle. Well, that was then. This is now. And there's a survey that's done each year. It was written up in Barron's magazine. And today, CarMax, that used to offer of people you could go to and get a sell your own car price, CarMax now is the best price 6% of the time. Last survey, 29% of the time. Carvana, 7% of the time. I mean, they have really decided that they are reining in what they offer for your car when you go to them to sell it to them. And there are specific market reasons why CarMax and Carvana have reined in what they'll offer for your car. And it's all about this thing I've talked about for the last year, how the price of used vehicles has been going down. And they're down roughly 30% of where they were at peak. And so think about if you're Carvana or CarMax and you buy inventory, then as it sits there, the value of that inventory has been steadily going down, down, down until they get the vehicle sold. So both of them, in order to maintain profitability and in Carvana's circumstance to become profitable again, have reduced what they'll pay you for your vehicle in order to maintain profitability in a time that the prices are going down on inventory. So in the survey, the best offer people have received is from a site I don't talk about really at all, Cars.com. Right now, 56% of the time, they are giving the best offer. Car Gurus, 31% of the time. Big increases for both of them in the offers they are making being better than others. So this is a shift in the marketplace. You gotta know if you are trying to price out selling your used vehicle, or you are pricing out to compare when the dealer makes you an offer. If you do decide to find out what they'll offer you as a trade-in, you then will really know, is it a good offer or not? By the way, in my guide to how to do all this stuff, one of the things you want to know also is that when you're negotiating a deal on a new to you used car or a new car, never tell them you have a trade-in. They say, are you trading in a vehicle? You say, nah, I don't think so. I'm just interested, what's the price of this vehicle? And remember, I want you doing all that online, not in person, by the way. And then only at the end you say, well, I mean, you've already locked in what that price is going to be on the new to you used car or the new car. Only then do you say, well, what would you pay me for my trade-in if I traded in a vehicle? I'm not really sure I want to trade it in, but I'm just curious, what could I get for it? That way you've treated the transactions as discrete transactions. One is the purchase of what you're getting, and you get the price solidly for that. And the other is the value of the trade-in. So you know, based on having done the pre-shopping I want you to do, what that's worth.
And then in some states, it's to your benefit, right, to trade in your car if you're buying from a dealer because of taxes.
Right. So in a number of states, there's a lot of tax involved when you buy a vehicle. What they do in a number of states is they net out your additional spend, subtracting what you are receiving on trade-in, so it reduces the total purchase tax you have to pay. And so you can add that in. So let's say there's a difference that is meaningful between what they offer you as a trade-in and what you find somewhere else. To see if it's worth it or not to not trade in there, you add in what that tax saving would be, and you come up with a net savings you have by selling it somewhere else versus trading it in.